Hey, this is PK Hubbard once again. Welcome to my program. I use the daylight for my recordings. I don't have all the good tools and accoutrement that other YouTubers have. I sit right here in my car and I record these videos. So if the brightness and the quality level of this video gets not up to the level that you want, just forgive me and bear with me. Baby, I better find what? It's 5:45 p.m. and very soon darkness will fall. When it does, I will not be able to record, so I'm going to be brief with this message. And I just hope and pray that this message finds you well. I want to talk on the subject of finding motivation in everyday life. Finding motivation in everyday life. If we are going to be sincere with ourselves, we will get to accept the fact that there are some days that your very existence in itself is difficult. The fact that you are on earth, the fact that you have to wake up from your bed and go to work or go about your daily activities. Some days, the mere thought of that alone is dreadful. The other day, I had someone call me telling me how unbearable life is, how he is at the verge excuse me, of killing himself because he has gotten to a certain point in life that living is literal punishment. Living is literal punishment for this individual. And I know this individual is not the only person who faces this. Life by default is tough. Life by default is tough. That is why when a baby is born, scientifically there are reasons why a baby cries when they are giving birth to. But figuratively, I can say when they get to this earth, they begin to experience the unpleasantness of living. They get to understand that life is tough. But within this toughness of life, you can still live a meaningful life. Even within the painfulness of life, within the nihilistic feeling of existence, you can still find some meaning. When this individual called me and started complaining about how life is difficult and how he wants to die and leave this earth, and I asked him, are you thinking of committing suicide? He said no. He is not brave enough to commit suicide, but he wished he could just go to bed one day and never wake up again. The first thing I asked him was, have you been grateful today? He said, I said, have you been grateful? Because before you start contemplating on your willingness to die, the first thing I want to know is, have you been grateful today? If you want to be able to live within this painful world, you need to learn to be grateful for something. At least there is something in your life that you should be grateful for, and you can start by that. When you wake up in the morning and life starts knocking at your door, remembering you how painful the day is going to be, you can start by being grateful for something. Usually people will tell you to be grateful for life because at least you are alive. But truth is, for a person who have already given up on life, living is nothing they can be grateful for. So at least be grateful for something outside of yourself. Usually I'm grateful for the fact that my son is living and kicking and happy. My wife is happy. And I have a family. When I wake up and everything seems bleak and everything seems like I can not get up from bed, I cannot face my fears, I cannot face the day, when everything feels like I should just lay in bed the whole day and do nothing and waste my life, what I focus on first is my family, my wife and my son. I show gratitude for that. And then once I show gratitude for that, it begins to be the motivation for other components. Maybe your family isn't what you can be grateful for, but if you look through your life very well, there is something that you can be grateful for. Now, at least if you are healthy and you are not bedridden, you are not stuck in bed, another person is not cleaning your butt every morning, another person is not washing your ass, maybe you can be grateful for that. Start somewhere, look into your life. There is something you can be grateful for. This is how you manage to navigate your way through this painful life. Gratitude. And gratitude goes beyond helping you to navigate, helping you to live this life. Gratitude goes a long way to open doors for you. Someday I will make a video on gratitude alone. I will talk about gratitude alone and how life-changing gratitude can be. But today I will leave this here. So when you get up from bed, be grateful for something. Show gratitude. I thank my God. I show gratitude to God. If you don't believe in God, you can show gratitude to whatever you believe in. Show gratitude. It's a starting point. Once there is something that you are grateful for, it is a sign that there's at least some positivity in your life, regardless of how painful life is. It is a starting point. Listen, I will not lie to you. Laughing and stuff is not pleasant by default. but it can be lived. It can be managed. It can be enjoyed even. Start by gratitude, showing gratitude. Maybe you have your visions, you have great goals, you have plans, there are things you want to achieve, and you are not able to achieve them now. And that is why, or that is a contributing factor to your unhappiness in life. There are people who are unhappy for no good reason, for no reason at all. But for majority of the people, they are unhappy about life for something. And mostly, sometimes it's about unfulfilled dreams, unachieved goals. And I always say, mostly when people come to me and I ask them questions about why they feel they're unable to achieve their dreams and goals, the excuses they give is always outside of themselves. I didn't go to school because my parents couldn't take me. Usually it is something outside of themselves. I always tell them, one thing that I always tell people is that we all have goals that we are trying to achieve, and we have not been able to achieve all of them. Listen, we will not even be able to achieve all the goals that we want to achieve before we probably leave this earth. Because I have numerous goals, and I'm not able to achieve them all. But I will achieve most of them. Will I be one of the richest people in the world before I die? I don't know. Will I be successful? I bet you yes, I will. But I don't know about being one of the richest people in the world, top. But imagine if this is one of the goals that I want to achieve someday. It's just tough, right? Do I have to sit down and brood about my life for not achieving what I want to achieve at a certain age of my life? No. So the second thing you do to help you navigate this life is to break down your visions and your aspirations into small achievable ones. You want a job, you don't have a job, or you want to be an entrepreneur, but now you are unemployed and you don't have money, and you don't want to go for a loan to start a business that you are not sure of because it is gambling. It's either you're going to succeed or going to fail. So what do? In order to raise a safe capital, you get yourself a job. So the first step for becoming the entrepreneur that you want to be in the future is get yourself a job. And if possible, get a job in the line of business that you want to pursue in the future. So if you want to do agro business, at least get a job in the agri sector. Once you are paid, you save money, but also you learn on the job, because that is the kind of business you would want to pursue. So you are working there, getting paid, and still learning on the job. Then what happens? You save. After a couple of years, if you think you have enough capital, you start your own side business with the money that you have. And you can push in there and make sure you give your all to the business, and hope, work hard, and pray and push and believe in yourself and God that you are going to succeed. So you break the vision down into small achievable pieces. Like I was saying, life is hard. If you look at life on a uniform basis, on one big basis, you are going to be discouraged. You need to break life down into small achievable pieces. Break this down. Break this down. Just break this down. Small achievable pieces. In every aspect of life that you find yourself, you can break things down into small achievable pieces. I always wanted to marry at a certain age. I always wanted to have my first son or my first child at a certain age. Growing up, I projected, and it all happened. Not exactly how I wanted them, but I broke them down into achievable pieces. And when the time came, you sure bet, I pushed through and I achieved them. Life is hard. So if you are going to sit down and keep blaming life and keep hoping that some magic is going to come out of the blues to save you, it now. You have to save yourself. And when you break down your goals and you set your target, you need to learn to have joy in the task ahead. Learn to have joy in the task ahead. Because whether you like it or not, once you have set the goal, you are about to fight for it. You are about to work. And work is not sweet. But for some reason, and for your own sanity, you need to begin to learn how to enjoy the task ahead. You have to learn to enjoy the task ahead. Because majority of the things that we do in this life are routine. If you have a job, mostly your job is routine. You go to work in the morning, you sign in, you repeat. It is usually repetition. If you don't learn to create some form of joy in the routine, what will happen is that you will wear off. The task ahead will wear you off. They will kill you. You will get sick. You will go to work. You will get sick because you are constantly depressed. You are not happy about the job. You need to find some joy, at least in the task ahead. If you wake up from your bed, then you have to lay your bed, clean your room. You need to find joy in that. If you need to exercise, go to the gym to exercise. You need to find joy in that. If you go to your workplace, your office, and you have to, make your report, and your boss is bossing you around, insulting you, using abusive language on you, you need to find a way to enjoy that. Because if you don't, it will wear you off. Find joy in the small task. Find joy. And in the process of finding joy in the small tasks, celebrate small winnings. You don't have to wait till you become the next billionaire in Africa before you can be happy or at least celebrate yourself. No. Learn to celebrate yourself. When you achieve the small things, learn to celebrate yourself. When you achieve the greatest, learn to celebrate yourself. No one is going to do that for you. You. Only you can do that for yourself. If you enroll yourself in an online school and you get a certificate, learn to celebrate it. If you enroll yourself in a PhD program and then you get admitted, celebrate that. If you pass an exams, find joy in the small stuff. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, this is small, this is nothing. Why are you happy? Find joy. See, life is tough. Life is hard. Life is tasteless by default. So harness any little joy you can harness. Any little joy that you can harness it and savor it. Celebrate small victories. Release yourself in them. That's what I do. Usually, I set some goals for myself. Very small ones, I don't care. But once I'm able to achieve that, I reward myself. I remember some time ago, I had a job in the office that I had to clear off my table. I kept postponing it. It piled up. Yeah. And I had to clear it off. But whenever I look at the workload, I was like, oh man, this is too much. So I found a way to reward myself, a reward system. Excuse me. Told myself that if I come to work, I'm able to clear a week's load of work from my desk, I'll buy myself a treat. I kept doing that. In one particular day, I was able to clear a month worth work off from my table. And I celebrated my own little way. I did. You have to celebrate the small victories, the small wins. Do not neglect them. They are as important as the big ones. You see, the small wins are the foundation. They are the building block for the future great wins. It's just like education. You need to get done with the BEC so you can enroll in the SHS and get the WASI. But you need to pass the WASI to get to the university. You need to pass your first degree before you can enroll in a master's or a PhD program later in life. The small wins, they are important. You need to celebrate them. And one way to be able to deal with this life is to connect with others. Don't be an island. You need people. If you are going to be great in life, it has a lot to do with the kind of people you are connected with. Like somebody said, we usually go to school to get certification, but in reality, we go to school to make friends. Because you need these people. Connect with others. People with common interests. Even people who do not have the same interests as you. They will stir your curiosity, and you will learn to develop new interests as well. Connect with people. Life is hard by yourself. You don't need to isolate yourself to make it even more difficult. And every now and then, sit down and reflect. Every now and then. You need to reflect and reset. What is going on badly in my life? You need to sit down. Reflect. And once you're able to identify what is going on wrong in your life, cut those pieces off and reset. You need that. I'll leave you with this. We shall continue another time. I'm PK Hammond. If you need to talk to me, you can hit my socials with the same name, PK Hammond. This is Rantiad. Stay blessed.